My name is Karen Matheson, and I am the President and CEO of United Way of Olmsted County. So I think one of the biggest pieces of United Way of Olmsted County is that we convene the right people, whether it be the faith community or law enforcement or county, nonprofits, public organizations, to really tackle a big issue like gang activity and figure out how as a community we solve that. And so it's really a co-creation of how do we bring the right solutions to the table to help solve these big issues that we all benefit from. There's times in all of our lives where we might fall down or fall through the cracks. And so we also have an impact area of focus around community basics or this safety net. Is there food for people in need? Do we have basic legal assistance ready for those who might be leaving a domestic relationship that's harmful for them and their family? Are kids safe? Are we supporting people with disabilities with employment and life skills? Are we making sure that those who need shelter have shelter? Are we helping connect people with public benefits that are out there? So we think of ourselves as really nets and ladders. You know, do people have access to move their way forward? And do we also have a net to catch them if they fall or fall down? Through a group of volunteers, with community conversations, with assessments, we looked at education, income, and health, really being the cornerstones for the building blocks of a good life. So are kids ready for kindergarten? Are they staying in school? Are they being successful in school? Do families have stable income? Do people have access to mental, dental, and physical health care? And when they have that, they can really move on their way forward. We think of that as the ladder, because when you have those things, you can really help define the life that you want for you and your family. When a family has those things, those building blocks for their good life, they can really move their life forward. And so those focuses for us are all about helping equip families and individuals with the resources and the tools they need to move their life forward. They have to do work. It's not easy to go from homelessness to being in a home. There's a lot of work involved with that. It's not easy to have a child start school behind and get them caught up. So doing that work with the family in partnership with our nonprofit funded partners and the community helps give them a hand up. Since 2005, we've had a much more impact-focused, results and accountability focus, which I think has really strengthened our work. A lot of our work with our partners and with the expertise that they bring. So they determine with their expertise how to best measure success. But for example, we know that when families come into the Salvation Army Dental or Medical Clinic, or when families come into IMAA, or when families come into Interfaith Hospitality Network, are we making sure that they're accessing all the other public benefits that they might be eligible for? And then can we measure against that? How do we measure leadership skills? Well, thankfully at the Boys and Girls Club and the Girl Scouts organization and at the Rochester Y, they know how to measure leadership skills in youth. And so I can tell you that over the last couple of years, we've had more than 650 kids grow their leadership skills because of our investment in those programs that those kids are involved in. So it's really in conversation and in communication with our partners that we determine, how do we measure this? If this is really about growing leadership skills in youth, how do we measure that? And then they go back and look at how to measure that in the best way to make sure that we can communicate that back to the community.